Yo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the DropKick Podcast. He's a WWE producer / WWE veteran.
You're a 3-time WWE Tag Team Champion.
He's a former WWE Cruiserweight Champion. She's a broadcast personality, a former member of the Nexus. He's a 4-time Emmy-winning TV host.
Canadian Wrestling Hall of Famer. She's an ACW Women's Champion. And she is the daughter of the late, great British Bulldog. Winner of WWE's Cruiserweight Classic.
TJ Black from Ring of Honor, from TJP, aka TJ Perkins, from Georgia Smith, Darren Young, Arnold, Ariel Blake,
Chris Van Vliet,
Wrestling Classic, aka Justin Dillon.
Please welcome Tyson Kidd, everybody.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the DropKick Podcast. Today we have two guests with us instead of our usually one guest. That's right, please help me welcome the first tag team to be featured on the DropKick Podcast.
Please welcome the Voros twins, everybody. Yo, what's going on, guys?
Yo! We're the Voros twins. We just have to say that. No, we're doing good. We're honored to be the first tag team on here, and sorry to freak you guys out that we're twins. Twins are creepy, but it's fine.
But yeah, man, how are you guys doing though? Like, what has this time in quarantine meant to you guys?
At the beginning we took there was like no shows. We quarantined and whatever. Spent some time with family. Then eventually we started getting back to wrestling training. Now we're doing shows again slowly. We're doing like drives to Alberta and stuff. But yeah, it's been slow. We gotta be patient. Patience.
He's racking up, man. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. So, like, to my knowledge, you guys have been on the Indies for about 6 years now. You guys are 2-time ECCW Tag Team Champions, former DOA Tag Team Champions. Considering that you guys are kind of on the rise right now for tag teams, I'm curious to know, what titles do you guys want in your possession the most? Are they the WWE Tag Team Championships, AEW, Ring of Honor, IWGP, Impact? Which ones do you guys have your eyes set on?
Good question. No one ever asked that to us before. I guess WWE Tag Team titles, because ever since we were kids, those are the ones that we always looked up to, like the Hardy Boys. Yeah. Everyone says Hardy Boys, but so we. But definitely, that's like the bucket list title. But like AEW's tag team division is huge. Most of the matches on the card are tag matches. AEW's been killing it for tag teams, so I guess either those are the main two.
For sure, man.
Absolutely, man.
Great tag teams. But in 2019, you guys had your tryout for WWE, and take us through what went through your head during that tryout.
And what did you guys do
I'm gonna take you back a little bit farther. It was funny. We were always like, we want to do more with our wrestling, more with like, why is it so like we always want to do more? And then the email just came out of nowhere where it's like, you guys are part of Canadian WWE Tryout. So we were so pumped. Super hyped, and it's funny. Like, we spent like the leading up to it for a month. We were in the wrestling training, just every day, cardio.
Keep going in, man.
We were expecting it to be like the PC tryouts where there's like 7 rings and they make you do blow ups. We only had 1 ring. It was like for 2 days instead of 3 days. So imagine 42 people in 1 ring. It's like it takes a while to like get in there. So like we were more than prepared. We did some cardio things that we were like ready for, but we didn't like puke or anything. There was one drill where me and Patrick paired with each other, and we ended up going last because our last name is Voros, and it's like the last one, so we paired off with each other. And it was one of those where Matt Bloom has a whistle, and basically if he blows it, you have to do a drop down, and you're like crisscrossing across the ring. And everyone, like, if their footwork was off, they'd stop, they'd cut it short or whatever. And since we were the last ones, we just kept going for, like, I think he was testing us. We had to go for so long. Literally, like, more than twice as long as everyone else. So our knees were getting skinned and everything. But then we got an applause from everyone for not giving up. So that was a good moment. So all our cardio did pay off. Our cardio.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. But so yeah, like you guys have come pretty far. You have had WWE tryouts. I'm sure a lot of like high companies are looking at you guys. You guys have wrestled for Ring of Honor. But I'm curious, what got you two into professional wrestling?
So we started watching it since 2003. We were like 10 years old back then. We were watching Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio and like I guess there's 05, but like And eventually when we were 13, 14, we started backyard wrestling with our friends. And then that eventually led to we went to Then eventually a wrestling training school opened up near our house, and we jumped on the started their school, and then it was pretty much steady training for 6 years, twice a week. So but we were at least twice. So we didn't know what independent wrestling was really until we were like 16, 17. So our minds were blown. We thought it was just WWE. We kind of heard of like CZW, but we still wasn't sure. Like we watched. We were big TNA fans too. We'd watch TNA like all the pay-per-views and stuff too. So it was just like we were obsessed with it from like the very beginning. Like we had a John Cena poster at one point. And John Cena album. The album.
Honestly, underrated. I like that.
Right, absolutely.
I remember all we would do is like listen to Cena's album and play Tony Hawk, American Wasteland. We'd put the tracks on the Xbox. So like that's
man, for sure.
But, you guys come a long way. But for the fans that listen to your theme songs, like you just mentioned, Cena's theme and his rap career. But for the fans that may realize that you guys take an inspiration from LMFAO. What does that mean to you guys?
So when we graduated in 2011, and that's when LMFAO was like at the peak. So it was like all the dances and stuff at LMFAO. I don't know what they're doing now. They kind of like disappeared off everything.
Yeah.
But we like that style, how they were just so like just so different at the time, and it was cool. They were a duo. Yeah. And their song says "yo" in it, and we say "yo," so we had to go. Perfect.
Wait, how did you guys come up with "yo"? I'm curious.
So it goes way back before wrestling. Like we would make YouTube videos. They're all private now. Well, mostly. They're all either no one's gonna see the light of day again. But but they would always start with "yo, we're the Voros twins," and then naturally we just made that into our wrestling. Then we'd started greeting people saying "yo," and then it just slowly morphed into like fans started saying it, and it slowly.
It just became this phenomenon, man. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's just it's a little tricky because we wrestle like our real selves mostly when we're in there. And then if we're like rude to someone, it's not like. They don't think it's our character being rude. They're like, oh, those Voros twins, they're so rude. I mean, like, we're all the time in wrestling, cheating and this and this.
Yeah.
This and,
yeah, definitely. So what are some dream tag team matches that you guys have?
Oh, we have lots. We really want to wrestle the North.
Yeah, they're very talented.
Team, so I think that would be really cool. There was a chance we would have wrestled the Rascals in January, but that fell through, so that would have been good. As far as like obviously like Young Bucks would be sweet because they're a brother tag team that we look up to. Briscoes, I think that would be very fun. Yeah. There's a lot. There's so many.
So many, man. It's crazy.
Especially we just like the tag teams that are like stuck as tag teams, like none of these like mix and match teams. Yeah. Like Briscoes, Usos, Young Bucks, and teams like that.
For sure, man. For sure. But, speaking of tag teams, who do you believe is currently the best tag team in the world and also the greatest tag team of all time?
Good question. Let me think. Wow. I think it's... I think it has to be Young Bucks, if I have to pick. No? Yeah, Young Bucks I think it has right now. Yeah. And as far as greatest of all time... Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero.
They're good, man.
I don't know. They're up there.
Yeah, they're up there.
They didn't do it as much, but like for the amount of time, they were very fun. No, a greatest tag team. That's so hard to pick. I'm sure people will say like these old timer ones that like paved the way, but we didn't watch during that. I guess the Boyz are up there too. Yeah, but for us, it would be the Hardys, Jeff and Matt.
Sure.
Hardys,
so good.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. So, taking this conversation into a little bit of a different direction. On our podcast, we would like to tap into mental health as a topic to raise awareness. So, if you guys are comfortable sharing, of course, have you guys struggled with mental health? And what message would you give to people watching who could be struggling?
So luckily for us, we always have each other, and I think that helps a lot with our mental health.
Yeah.
But when it comes to wrestling, our wrestling always goes in waves. Like we've had some low points in wrestling where we're like, we're not getting opportunities, we're not getting this, or like we're working in a warehouse and we're like, I want to travel, I want to wrestle. But I mean, eventually things will always. You just got to trust the process. Like life, if you have bad days, you just got to be. We're big into the law of attraction. Like we read like these books and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a book called The Alchemist. I don't know if you read it, but it's our favorite book of all time. But it's definitely just stuff like that. You could find positives in any situation. Like if we're bummed, sometimes we're like, oh, I have nothing to complain about. I'm healthy, more or less, everything. Our hair's cool, our teeth, so I know. But I mean, there's always things to smile about, like even a sunny day and stuff.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But taking this another step forward, you guys vlog actually, and you guys got great vlogs, but we've seen in the past, we've seen Matt Cardona, who kind of puts that on the map for guys, they vlog their life, to say. But we've seen the Elite, Matt Cardona, Sammy Guevara recently, and many other, professional wrestlers. But what made you guys want to start vlogging your journey?
So again, when we used to make YouTube videos, we used to make not wrestling vlogs, everyday vlogs. But a big one is Sammy Guevara probably. We were watching his vlogs and we got a new camera and we're like, why not get more footage? The same way he says it, like some shows you don't really get footage. And like no one really vlogs wrestling shows. If I was a 16-year-old, just like a fan, I want to know what my favorite wrestlers are doing, traveling the roads, and what are they seeing and stuff. So I almost wish more people should do it. Like there's Dalton Castle, there's Ethan Page vlogs, but other than that, like the ones you named, and then like I think Fuego de Sol has Thunder Rosa, but I mean that's like just a handful of guys.
Yeah.
Like they're
definitely.
I don't see why more people aren't capitalizing on it, because it's fun to look back and it gives the viewers an inside look at everything, what we go through. Drives and everything.
The drive, everything, man. Yeah.
I agree, because like I'm currently training with Tyson Dukes right now, but I really want to, like, once I start like actually wrestling on the indies, I really want to do vlogs, because I just feel like it'd be a lot of fun, and it's a good way to get yourself out there. And as you
How
said,
long
for the
have you been
fans that
training?
want to know more, I'm coming up on a month now.
It's like post-pandemic training.
Yeah, post-pandemic training, man.
Keep us updated how it goes.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, absolutely. But do you guys ever see yourself splitting up as a tag team and pursuing singles wrestling careers?
Never. Tag team forever. I don't think that's gonna happen. We take inspiration from guys even like Santina and Ortiz. Santina. Not Santina. Santana. Santana. No, because they even said on a podcast, they were like, oh, I didn't have a singles match for like a year and a half. I'm like, that's kind of how we are, just always tag matches. We want to put tag team wrestling on the map. I know there's like Women's Revolution and all these stuff, but I think tag team wrestling could just as easily be main event shows. So that's where we're aiming to.
We've seen, FTR, the Bucks. We've seen them killing it. But I feel like you guys are like so close to getting signed by AEW in the future. Like I can picture it, honestly.
That's honestly what I see happening too.
Yeah, like never know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people say that right now with the border being closed. I don't see it in the near future. But I mean, pandemic, but it's kind of slow things down. But I mean, you never know. I don't know. Our career's always been like every year we've been topping the year before. So as long as we keep doing that, it's not like we're on a downhill. It's not like we started off good and we're crashing down. So I don't know. We're not stressing. If it happens, then obviously we'd be super excited. But we just got to keep topping every year. That's what we're aiming for.
You just gotta outdo yourself every single year, and prove to everyone that you belong. You know what I mean? So, gotta make sure.
This year's a little bit different. This year we're gonna ignore this.
Never have.
Actually, we're making the best of it.
Definitely.
So, we've become TikTokers from all these.
Oh yeah. I think.
I think you guys are getting like a lot of attention on TikTok. What do you guys have, like 60,000 followers now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 70,000 now. The TikTok gods have been nice to us. We've been somehow like, they push our videos on like the algorithm, and now we have an army of like 10-year-olds. we used to care so much like Instagram, where I was like, what are we posting? TikTok, we don't really care about it. We just make whatever, and like whatever. Instagram doesn't like reward us. Like sometimes we post on Instagram and it doesn't go to our followers. Like I think we're following Nikki Bella, but we never even see Nikki Bella's posts at all, even though we're following. It's just weird. And then like
it's a weird algorithm.
Yeah, the algorithm. So TikTok right now is bumping. It's a bumping place.
I think what you guys did is so smart because you guys took advantage of staying home. You know what I mean? You guys got to make content somehow. You know, with all this technology evolving every single day, and I think we're giving so many opportunities to create content, create something by just being in your house. So you know, you guys just got the future's bright, man. So.
And now we just got a ring light, so we got good lighting now. 6 months ago, we said we'll never even make a TikTok. We hated it. We thought it was
That's how I was, man.
Like Cole Komet was telling us to make a TikTok, and we were like, no way. He's like, come on, you guys would do great. And now look at us. Now look at us.
Dude, that's literally how it was. Like my sister and everybody was pressuring me, like, get TikTok. I'm like, no, that app's so stupid. Then I got it, and I started posting every single day. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I want to go viral. I feel like TikTok has like an algorithm, because when I was posting every day, eventually I had like a couple TikToks like go like semi-viral. I
think you should just post every day, one or two. And the selling point for us was when TikTok before quarantine was just like kids who had it. Then when everyone was stuck inside, I'm like, what? All these adults are having fun on it too. So I'm like, plus I feel way cooler. I know all the trends. I know all the songs. Yeah, I know what all the cool kids are doing. So it keeps us.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, definitely. But we understand you're a tag team based out of Canada. I'm also from Canada, London, Ontario. Daniel's from Richmond Hill.
Represent.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, who do you guys believe is the greatest Canadian wrestler of all time? And who do you think is the next Canadian wrestler to break through?
So greatest of all time. I think it has to be Jericho. I mean, he was born in. If you see his body of work, it's insane.
It's crazy, man.
So long. It's such a high level. Edge is up there too. I guess it's just those two for me. Obviously Bret Hart as well, but we didn't grow up on Bret Hart. Sure, I guess those three. Yeah, Bret Hart, Jericho, Edge. But I would say it would have to be Jericho by the time he wraps up his career. Yeah. And
you know what's funny?
There's so much talent. The problem with Canada is Canada's huge, so I don't even know too much. I know Ontario wrestlers, but our trainers like Artemis Spencer, Nicole Matthews, and Tony Brownie, Cat Power, they've all Phantasmo in New Japan blowing up.
Yeah,
there's so much good everywhere.
I don't know if you guys knew this. Right, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Rowdy Piper is actually from Canada.
Really? I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I read that. I think it's something that someone tells me. I remember that I forget that I remember.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What part?
It's like crazy, man.
Ontario or no?
No, I don't think he's from Ontario. I don't remember, but I know he's from Canada. So.
Crazy. Very cool.
We can just search it up after. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I read that too. It's that surprised me because I just didn't expect that. But
I thought he was Scottish.
Yeah, me too.
Crazy, right? Yeah. But absolutely, man. But with one final question, I like to wrap our interviews, and with this question, it's really important because I want this to be highlighted, man. But what's the final chapter for? I mean, not the final, the next chapter for Chris and Patrick.
Next chapter, we as soon as the borders are open, we're going to Europe. We want to go straight to Europe as soon as we're allowed to travel and wrestling comes back. We were in Europe in March. Our 3-week trip got cut down to 2 days because we had to fly back home, and it so stressed us out. Like as soon as we're gonna go to Europe, probably for a month or two, and then debut maybe in like Denmark, wrestle again in Germany and Hungary, so that's the immediate goal. We're just waiting for that. As for now, and then we also want to go back to New York and do some shows down there. And Eastern Canada, like Ontario and stuff. Like Alpha 1 has been a goal for us, so those are goals right
You
there.
guys
But right now, there's no wrestling in British Columbia, or there is. It's just very small. So every 2 weeks we're going to Alberta for RCW.
Once things continue to open up, you guys got to come down to London for a Smash Wrestling show. Man.
We were also in talks too. Yeah, so it's never worked.
That'd be awesome. So all the questions are wrapped up, but we do like to play one game with our guests before we leave them off. So we're going to give you a list of 10 tag teams, and you can use one sentence to describe each of them.
Cool. Okay. Hopefully I know them all.
All right. All right, do you guys want to do it where you guys both give one sentence?
Sure, yeah. You
go first. All right, yeah, one each. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, so we're going to start things off with the Young Bucks.
Super Kick Party.
Yes.
I
guess.
Next.
All right. The Street Profits.
Oh, very cool. Montesford.
His frog splash is insane.
Frog splash is insane. It's my turn. Okay. We'll do it together.
Yeah. All right. The Usos.
I don't know. We really respect the Usos. We think they're great. Insane. I don't know. Yeah, they're really good. I don't want to sound like a fanboy too much, but we like Usos a lot. Yeah, they're sweet.
Yeah. They're good, man. Paved the way, honestly. Best friends.
Oh, sweet. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I like the thing when his mom drove him. That was funny.
Yeah, definitely. The Gorillas of Destiny, GOD.
Oh, sweet. Very cool guys. Yeah. Never met him, but yeah, maybe we'll go surfing with them. I don't know if they surf, but
that'll be Gotta make them surf, bro.
We don't even
Motor
surf.
Machine Guns. Oh, you guys don't?
Motor City Machine Guns, legends. They're so good. Glad they're back. Alex Shelley's real name is Patrick, and that's my name, so he always has a special. And I like how they taught us geography for Detroit.
Yeah, absolutely. Michigan. Next up, we got the Lucha Bros.
Hard hitting. Ray Phoenix is insane.
Yeah.
Probably the best high flyer currently, Ray Phoenix. Yeah. Pentagon. Yeah, just hard hitting team. Yeah, they're intense.
Stiff wrestling. The Dudley Boys.
Legends. Insane. We listened to Bully Ray's podcast on Busted Open too, so we always agree with what he says. So smart guy.
Yeah, definitely. Edge and Christian.
Another Canadian, just like we follow their footsteps, like we did the Northern Hell tours in Manitoba, just because Edge and Christian did it. Yeah. So again, just follow the OGs. Yeah, they're sweet.
Cool, man. Lastly, the Hardy Boys.
Oh boy. Do we have enough sentences for this? Well, you guys know we were doing swanton bombs in our backyard wrestling days. That's
Absolutely, man. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to make this interview happen. I know I've been following your career for a while now. I think I saw you. I don't know. I don't remember. Do you know Battle Arts Academy, by the way?
Yeah.
I think I saw you guys. I was there trying to sign up or something, and I was like, But thank you so much again. And where can we find you on social media?
We're gonna keep it simple. Everything is Voros Twins on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. There's so much. I don't even know. And that's about it. And Pro Wrestling Tees, Voros Twins. And we have a Patreon. You can support us on there as well. That's Voros Twins as well.
Absolutely, guys. Support the Voros Twins. I will link the YouTube channel down in the comments below for the people who want to see some awesome wrestling vlogs. Thank you so much for giving us your time. We really appreciate it, and we will have this up later this week.
Sweet. Thank you, guys.